y'all, my name is Mallory Paulina from Stay at Home Mallory. I post all kinds of homemaking and cleaning content, and today's video is going to be a whole house clean with me. I don't really have a lot to say right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start cleaning. We are starting in the bedroom today, just like old times. We're gonna get everything picked up in here and then work our way from one room to the other. It's been a minute since I've done that just because I've been having a lazy spell lately, but I decided today that I needed to get up and get it all done, so we're gonna start in the bedroom today. This box here is what I try and keep all of our electronics in. It slides perfectly under the bed and it keeps them safe because Elijah especially is interested in electronics and he likes to just try and destroy everything or plug them into outlets. So that's why I put them in this box under the bed, and it helps keep them together and safer from him and him safe from them too. But obviously, sometimes I just drag the box out from under the bed and dig through it, getting whatever cords I need because it's not super organized inside the box. So then it ends up everywhere, but for the main part, this actually works very well. Obviously, the kids had a snack in the bed. I think it was crackers of some sort, so I'm gonna run grab my vacuum and just vacuum all these crumbs off. I should really just throw this in the washing machine because it's been a minute since my sheets have been washed anyways, but this was already like halfway through the day, and your bedding always takes so long to get clean, and we don't have a alternative set right now, so I didn't have time to wash it all today, so I'm just gonna vacuum it off and then we're gonna make the bed. Alright, so funny but frustrating story about my vacuum. I've been noticing recently that the suction on this vacuum has just been getting worse and worse, and today it took me probably like 20 minutes just to vacuum the bedroom because it was just spreading crumbs around more than anything, and then as soon as I turned the vacuum off, all the crumbs just fell back out of the vacuum. So I opened it up, and in the head attachment at the very end, there was a pretty big clog. So I took all of that out and I cut all the hairs that were tangled around the brush. And then when I went to vacuum the living room later in this video, it was still doing the same thing. It was hardly picking anything up. It barely made a difference. So I just assumed the vacuum was, you know, dying or whatever. But several days later, I was vacuuming and it was doing the same thing. So I just took the entire thing apart and I looked in the middle section, and one of the kids, I'm pretty sure it was Elijah, had stuffed a baby wipe down in the middle section of the vacuum, and I have no clue how long it's been there, but that's what was causing all the clogs constantly. But now that I got it out, it's been working fine. Now I'm just kicking all this mess in the hall down towards the end because y'all know how I do it. I always just let it keep snowballing and we'll sort it all once we get to the end. I looked in the office and it was spotless, not a single thing out of place in there. The bathroom only had a wet towel and then the trash to take out, so those rooms were almost entirely done. So then we're gonna go into the kids' bedroom, and this is where I have all of our clean laundry right now. I've been way behind on laundry lately, so our clean laundry is just a mountain in here. I haven't put any of it away. I really need to go through it, but we've just been coming in here and getting our clothes out of this giant mountain of laundry. And I'm recording these voiceovers probably 3 days after I recorded the video, and I still haven't put away this mountain of laundry, but I'm going to try and get to it soon. Now it is after nap time and after an outfit change because that sweater was getting too hot, and we are moving on to the main area. I'm going to pick up in the living room first, and then we're going to wipe everything down in here. I didn't do that in the back area just because it had been wiped down somewhat recently, and the surfaces in there don't get quite as dirty as like the living room, the coffee table, and the kitchen table and counters, because obviously those get messy way faster. And like I said a second ago, we're going to wipe down the surfaces in here, and I made a mistake and forgot to bring the kids their paper towels at first, and they instantly sent me back to get them some so they could help me out. So we're going to wipe those down, and then we're going to move on to vacuuming. And just like in the bedroom, barely anything gets picked up, but we're going to try it anyways because there were so many crumbs in the floor in here. This right here was the main area I wanted to vacuum because this is where all the crumbs were at, so I'm going to go over it several times, and then the rest of the floor I was like whatever, if it picks the stuff up great, if it doesn't, it doesn't matter. I was tired of using the vacuum by this point because like I said, it wasn't working like hardly at all, so I'm just going to kind of halfway vacuum, and then I'm going to put the vacuum up for the day. I'm not even going to bother vacuuming in the kitchen. And speaking of kitchen, now we are going to clean up the kitchen. It was a disaster in here. We had plates from, I think, dinner the night before, breakfast, and lunch. We had dishes everywhere. We had all the stuff that had been in the hall. We had all that in the floor, which I'm going through first. Then we're going to wipe everything down in here because, like I said, kitchen table and kitchen counters get dirty so quickly. I usually wipe it down like morning and night because of how dirty it gets. For dessert, the kids had graham crackers and milk, so as you can assume, that was super messy. We had dried milk and soggy graham crackers all over the table, so that's why it takes a minute. And I'm gonna come back to this chair over here that Elijah's at because there were graham crackers welded to the bottom of that chair. But we get it all cleaned up, and then we're gonna move on to the rest of the kitchen. Once I've gotten the counters cleared off, I'm going to unload the dishwasher because there were clean dishes in there, and then I'm going to reload the dirty dishes. And poor little guy, he had bumped his head on the corner of the cabinet here, so I'm just going to move him over to the other side of the counter because he loves sitting up here. Both of the kids love sitting up on the counters watching me cook or clean. So I'm going to set him on the other side, that way he's not right in front of a corner. And then I'm going to move on. I'm going to clean out one side of the sink, that way I have somewhere to put my clean dishes. And then I'm going to hand wash. We just had like 3 spoons and a colander thing. 4 spoons actually, and then we're going to dry those and put those away. And the last thing we're going to do today is wipe down the kitchen counters. Alright, and that's going to be all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video and it gave you all the cleaning motivation you needed. If so, don't forget to give this a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time. Bye!